Hello everybody, my name is Kate Olaf and welcome to my channel. Now, by the title, you probably already know that in this video I'm going to be going over how much money I made my first year as a real estate agent. But before I tell you exactly how much money I made, I'd briefly like to go over the process of how real estate agents make money. Some stereotypes are that agents make easy money. In other words, the work they do is really easy and they make a lot of money doing it. But when it comes down to it, that is simply not true. If done right, being a successful realtor takes tons of work for long periods of time with no reward, otherwise known as sales. So to simplify this video, I'm going to explain how realtors get paid and the costs that their commission checks endure. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'd like to begin by going over how much money it takes to get your real estate license. To simply put it, first you have to pay for schooling and testing. After testing, you then have to pay for association fees. So let's say you go through the school and you pass all your tests first try. Just to obtain your real estate license, you're looking at an $1,800 bill. And before going to the school and taking all the tests, I would personally save around $2,500 just to be safe. So those are the expenses you can expect to pay when obtaining your real estate license. Once you get your license, you will now have monthly payments for your super key access, and you will also have yearly payments for being a part of your local association. Just to put it in perspective, my monthly super key access cost me $22.02. And the pricing of your association might depend on your area, but to give you some perspective, my association costs about $1,000 a year. And then you also have to pay for classes every 2 years to renew your license. And all this to say that there are business expenses when being a real estate agent. So now that we covered the expenses of obtaining and maintaining your real estate license, it's now time to go over our commission expenses. When I say commission expenses, I'm talking about the monies that get taken out of my commission check before I get paid. Every single realtor will have commission expenses, whether they like it or not. So first and foremost, the brokerage for which you represent is going to need their cut of your commission. The percentage of your commission that the brokerage takes really depends on your brokerage. I've personally heard of brokers who take upwards of 50% of your total commission. But don't worry, if you were thinking about getting your real estate license and now you're having second thoughts, let me explain. The pay structure in which a brokerage uses can vary. For instance, a broker can practice a straight commission split. This is a split agreed to by the agent and broker in which both parties receive the same percentage of commission for every transaction. To simplify, an example would be if the agent and the broker both agreed that the agent will get 60% of the commission and the broker will receive 40% of the commission of every deal. Another pay structure used is a tiered split structure. This is where the broker takes a large split of the commission until the agent starts getting more sales. Once the agent hits a certain amount of sales, the broker will then start taking smaller amounts of their commission. Ultimately, the amount of money you make as a real estate agent can greatly depend on the brokerage you're accompanied with. So if you were to get your license, make sure to interview at different brokerages and ask how their pay structures work. And take note that most of the time, brokerages are going to want you to work for them because the more agents they have, the more money they make. So hopefully I explained that well and you now better understand the expenses that come out of realtors' commission checks. With that being said, let's finally get into the part where I tell you how much money I made my first year as a real estate agent. So in my first year in real estate, I made a whopping $0. I'm not kidding. If I actually did the math, I'm sure I made a negative amount of money. There are many reasons why I did not show a profit in my first year of real estate. One of the main reasons I didn't show a profit was because I wasn't working full-time as a real estate agent. But the ultimate reason I did not make money in my first year was because being a real estate agent is not easy. I think reality TV shows have done a great job of portraying the career as being simple, when in reality, it takes a lot of focused energy to help lead people through the biggest transaction of their lives. And if you've ever worked in sales, then you know what delayed gratification feels like. Delayed gratification by definition is the resistance to the temptation of an immediate pleasure in hopes of obtaining a long-lasting reward. To simplify, it's the ability to put off pleasure for a later date. And the reason I refer to sales as delayed gratification is because a sales career doesn't involve instant gratification. You can work for months on something and never see a return until months later. A lot of times you work all day and then you have to go home feeling like nothing really ever got done. But once that beginner stage fades, you start making some money and you realize that it's because of all of your past months' hard work. I gotta say, looking back on childhood, everything was instant gratification. If I was bored, I would go skate and be satisfied. If I wanted to make money, I'd do some chores and get an allowance. I was able to be satisfied within minutes. And now I've come to realize that a career in real estate is actually the complete opposite. It takes a lot of hard work and time before you ever see a reward. And with that being said, I personally think that becoming a successful real estate agent takes a special type of person. If you were to ask any agent how much money they made their first year in real estate, I guarantee you they would tell you a small amount, if not zero. Because the truth is, your first year as a real estate agent is spent learning the processes and learning how to communicate with clients. You're tagging along with somebody who's been in the game for a while and you're taking notes, trying to learn as much as you possibly can and trying not to look like you don't know what you're talking about. And unfortunately, the schooling you take to obtain your real estate license doesn't teach you how to be a great real estate agent. The only purpose of the school is to help you pass your state exams and get your real estate license. And once you start working, most of your time is spent learning all of the stuff they forgot to teach you in real estate school. So to sum up the video, yes, I made $0 in my first year in real estate, but I have learned a ton, and that knowledge I gained was curated from my experiences, which will always be more valuable than any commission check. So if you'd like to learn more about how I became a real estate agent and the requirements you need to take in order to obtain your real estate license, make sure to go check out my video where I tell you how I became a real estate agent at the age of 18. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you genuinely liked it. Also, make sure to tap the notification bell when you subscribe, that way you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And as always, I'm Kate Olaf, and I'll see you in the next one.